They get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and 7. A run with Edwards-Helaire. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third and 6. Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for a troubling development here in this AFC title game. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he will score. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos extend their advantage to 14-3. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Hardman now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He gets 3. And they're not going to catch up to him. He brings it all the way back. 95 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now it's Hira. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Brian Cook up from the safety spot to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Nix. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down. Let's go.
To throw is Nix. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On now for 4th down, Trenton Gill will punt it away. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Riblin!
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about the... They go play action with Mahomes.
say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
15. Hey, 57 colors. 50.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up. Off this drive with 6 points. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Noah Gray. Touchdown, KC. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a second and 9. Here's Piron. And he'll manage to get to the 33 with Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop. What can they do here on third down and 7? Throwing. Nix. Here's a screen set up for Piron. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing now, Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success. Throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. On first down, here's Nix to throw. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
I think he chalked this one. Rookie mistake, and anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. That's caught. Travis Kelce.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Now here's second and goal. Here's Mahomes. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal. Touchdown. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Butker now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, let's look back to the...
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's a run with Ingram. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Motion man is Rice.
Holding offense.
That's on the Pro Bowl center, one of the best in the game, Creed
Still
Humphrey.
2nd down. Yellow. Yellow.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The play clock down to 0, and this not the
Delay
best
game.
of sequences.
Offense.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Man in motion is Brown. 3rd and long for Mahomes. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because Whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. On 2nd down, it's Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
It was Jalen Watson who got the arm in there to break that one up. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. So here comes the KC offense. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Mahomes now to throw again. He'll tuck it and take off. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. Now Ingram. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Mahomes back. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Yellow. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Butker now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. He finds his tight end, Dulcich. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, McLaughlin. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. One quarter remains here. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Third and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No. I mean, play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll return this from the 11. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's a screen from McLaughlin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Nick's from the gun on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
Attack! Come back!
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Nice job there by Kelsey moving the chains. And to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level, you can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Two incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Here's Mahomes. This caught, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Throwing is Nix. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I really like this defensive play call. Knowing the offense is backed up on their own territory, take the fight to them. You know their first order of business is they're just trying to get some breathing room. Don't give it to them. You go attack. It's exactly what they were able to do, and that hit is what ultimately led to that incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Third down and 9. Back to throw is Nix. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. First down throw, Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
The tackle by Chris Barnes brings up third down.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Yellow, yellow. 15.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 20 yards on that pass play. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And they're going to once again lift the trophy, named for their late founder and owner, Lamar Hunt. They are once again champions of the AFC. 2 weeks from tonight in New Orleans, they look to become the first team ever to win 3 consecutive Super Bowl titles. So that'll do it for Greg Olsen, our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. We'll see you in 2 weeks in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. Till then, good night, everyone.